We stay with the Israel-Hamas war for our Truth or Fake 7, our fact-checking focus. Catalina Marchandebra is over by the big board. Good evening, Catalina. We've been discussing so far in the news the claim and counterclaim regarding the strike on the hospital in Gaza. One side blaming the other is the basic premise we have here. Intelligence produced, but still questions over the issue. Tell us what your evidence about the al-Ahli Gaza hospital strike shows. Tell us what you found.
The strike that hit a Gaza City hospital on a Tuesday that killed hundreds, according to Gaza's health ministry. As you said, Mark, as Palestine and Israel point fingers at each other, the Palestinian officials says an Israeli strike caused the blast, while Israeli military says it was caused by a failed rocket launched by militant group Islamic Jihad. We've analyzed the footage at the exact moment of the strike, as well as images from the aftermath. It's impossible to draw conclusions yet, but here's what we've found. The explosion at the hospital happened at around 7 p.m. local time on a Tuesday. Live footage from Al Jazeera aired at 6:59 p.m. local time, where we see a bright light rising in the Gaza sky. The video suggests to show a rocket which appears to disintegrate in the sky and then explode. Then you see a flash as the cameras zoom into a much larger explosion far away. This explosion that we can confirm was in the Gaza hospital based on geolocation findings by a geoconfirmed and other geospatial IT specialists who analyze this live footage from Al Jazeera. They all conclude that this footage shows a rocket fail. They go by the thesis that this is a rocket fail and breaking up in two pieces, and one falling in the hospital. They've analyzed the point of view of the video from Al Jazeera compared to Google Map images during the day, where you can see the same visual elements that would support this thesis. For example, the side of this building that they've underlined in blue. You could also see this tower in green, as well as the roof. This roof of this building, as you can see the explosion further away, confirming that the strike did take place in Gaza's hospital last night at around 7 p.m. based on these geospatial findings.
And what does the evidence of the visuals from the aftermath of this attack, Catalina, what does that tell us?
So here's a video that filmed the aftermath of this blast. It was posted on Instagram today. And what we see more in particular is this video shows the impact right there. You could see it of a smaller crater that is located in these coordinates. That impact we see is right here, and it took place near the parking lot of the hospital. Evidence that is consistent with these findings posted by Elliot Higgins, who is a founder of Bellingcat. He posted this video where we see burned cars, significant damage to cars that seems to have been produced by a fire, which also seems to show details on the exact spot that the impact, the munition hit. Once again, the parking lot of this hospital. And in this detailed view of the video that was found by Bellingcat, we can also see the exact spot of the blast that hit, as well as the residue that it left behind, as well as this little crater that it left behind. Another point of view of this crater in this picture taken by Reuters that shows the exact impact spot. You can see it right here. Once again, near all of these burned cars that we saw in the video. And based on this image, military advisor Mark Gerlaska, one of the only experts that has come out and has given an opinion on the matter, says that whatever hit the hospital in Gaza was not an airstrike. He says that since the impact does not appear to be consistent with any of the JDAMs usually used by the Israeli army in these type of strikes, the image shows a crater that is consistent with a small weapon that nonetheless both sides of this conflict can possess, as none of our experts can confirm if this was a bomb or a rocket that hit the Gaza hospital.
Indeed, it's worth remembering at this point, I think, that almost 500 people, well, 471, according to the Gaza Health Ministry, people lost their lives as a result of all of this. Tell us what this video says about the area then that was hit. What did the videos tell us about the area that was hit then, Catalina? Tell us more on that.
Well, Mark, Bellingat was able to geolocate this other video on a Telegram that was posted earlier on Wednesday, showing also the aftermath. This was filmed around this grassy area, as you can see, that shows more details on the casualties of these strikes. Here's another video as well. You can note the presence of blankets and what appears to be articles of clothing and other personal belongings at a site that was occupied by many people who were resting or sleeping at the time of the blast, many of which were fatal victims of this blast. And based on this video that we see, Bellingat determined that this grassy area that they show is located right here in this yellow square, also located near the crater that was geolocated earlier, as well as the parking lot where we see the burned cars. So consistent with the evidence that we found earlier. So far, this is the only information that is certain based on the videos that we have available. A blast that took place in the Gaza al-Ahli hospital at 7 p.m. local time, hitting the hospital's parking lot. However, no conclusions can be made since independent forensic experts have yet to communicate their own findings on this matter.
Indeed, that will be conclusive, independent forensic analysis, not something that's easy to do in the present circumstances. Catalina, thank you for bringing that evidence to us here. I'm sure all our viewers have appreciated it. And of course, the claim and counterclaim will continue, but at least what we try to do is provide some calm analysis of the situation. Catalina, truth or fake, thank you very much indeed.